Hey everyone, it's Nathan Nix, and I want to take just a couple minutes to talk to you about 5 key points of leadership that I have developed throughout my time in the military and then now in my time in sales. These are something that I have found that actually is very effective, and again, I've taught hundreds of students, and these are some of the things that have been backed by the military, specifically the Marine Corps, that anyone can learn, anyone can develop, and anyone can implement to build their own success in whether it be your finances, whether it be leadership at work, whether you are in the military watching this, or just building confidence in yourself as a leader in life. So let's get right into it. Now, the first key point that I have is this one right here. Leaders are made, they're not born. When we're born pretty much as helpless human beings. There's not anything that we know right off the bat other than the basic fundamentals of life, like breathing, and sometimes even eating for people isn't something that they're naturally born knowing how to do. Think about it for a second. As we develop in life, our bodies are changing. We're not born knowing how to walk. We're not born knowing how to speak. Even when it comes to breathing, our breathing is different from when we're young children to when we're adults. As children, we're born with as diaphragm breathers, and then as you grow up, it's more of your chest and things like that that you use to breathe. It's the same thing with leadership, okay? Anyone can be a leader. Some people don't believe that, but I truly believe with the right mentorship, anybody can become a leader. It just takes the time and dedication, and it takes a special person to adapt that person in order to teach them. But again, leaders are made. They're not born. Some people are more natural leaders, but it doesn't really matter because anyone can move into that role. The second key point that I have is this one right here. And again, this is coming straight from the Marine Corps leadership principle of knowing yourself and seeking self-improvement. Leaders should always know themselves, know where you're at. Not everybody knows every single thing about everything. That would be great. We need to strive to be that. But again, know yourself. Know where it is that you're at, and seek self-improvement. Constantly seeking self-improvement not only builds your own knowledge, but it also helps you expand your reach out there to other people and plugging their brains. Okay, so that's picking up a book. Maybe that's watching a YouTube video. Maybe that's just asking someone a question on how they have become better at whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. But it always starts with being aware of yourself, where you're currently at, and then constantly trying to improve and better yourself to get to that next level. Now, the third key point that I have, I think, is very important. This is leaders build others up. It's the whole idea of success builds success. All right. Now, as a leader, you don't have to sit there and be on a power trip all the time. Okay. It's you as a responsible person to build everyone up that's around you, any subordinates that you might have, or anyone that's attached to you and trying to emulate either you, your success, or anything that you have to offer for them. It's your responsibility, to bring them up to the level of success. They are a direct reflection of you. Although a lot of people don't like to accept that, but you can tell a person's leadership based off of how they are. A lot of times you can look and see who their mentors are and who their leadership are, and that's going to be a direct reflection of how they are. But the point being is, it's your responsibility to build others that are around you up so that you are leaving something behind if you were to leave. Makes sense? The age-old question of, if you were to leave this earth today, what footprint would you leave behind? Well, most of the time that's through other people. And again, that's through the people that are around you and actually building them up, building confidence in them, passing your knowledge on, and making sure that there's a continuance of whatever it is that you were doing. Okay? Leaders build other leaders, because that goes back up to leaders aren't born, they're made. Make sure you're constantly, you're passing that knowledge on. Again, success builds success. Pass those things on that you know. Always be out there and try and leave a footmark wherever you go, so that all that knowledge that you have isn't sat and it's not wasted if something were to happen. The last thing that you want to do is have something in your brain and never put it out, and then that thought, that idea, that success story disappears forever. Number 4. Now this is a big one, and again, this is a huge one when it came to my military experiences. Leaders set the examples. Think about this right now. Do you like hypocrites? I don't think many people do. The whole monkey, do as I say, not as I do, it doesn't apply in leadership. If you want to be a leader, if you want to be respected, if you want to be someone that's sought after for others to come and emulate, you have to set the example. Because who am I as a leader if I tell you to do something, but I don't abide by it myself? Again, that comes back to hypocrisy. Nobody likes that when it comes to mentorship or leadership. Always set the example. Live by your own rule. So remember, if you want to be someone that's looked upon when it comes to leadership, mentorship, it all starts by you living by your own words. And always, always, always set the example for those beneath you that you want them to do themselves. Remember, if you want others to look upon you as a leader, as a mentor, as someone to emulate, it all starts by you living by your own words. Those that are beneath you, they want to do what it is that you're telling them to do, but they also want to see you do what you say you do. Walk the walk, also talk the talk. Maybe that's a little reverse, but you get the point there. And finally, number 5, and that is lead from the front and take responsibility. That goes right along with setting the example. If you expect others to listen to you, to see you as a mentor and a leader, they're going to expect you to take things head on. If you want to tell people to go out there, hey, make sure you're cold calling. Make sure you're going out there setting those appointments. All right? You need to be out there leading everything right from the front. You need to be the one making the most calls a day. You need to be the one making all those appointments more than anyone else. You need to be the one that has the heaviest pack. That's something that I like to do as an instructor when I was in the military is all of my students, I know what they had in their pack, but I made sure that I always had a heavier pack than they did. Why? Because I wanted to make sure that one, I knew what load that they were bearing, and I needed to have an addition to that because that's just how it is. Leadership is the responsibility to have others' weights on your shoulder. And it's the same way. You need to be able to take the weight of all those other people, lead from the front, lead by example. But also remember, take responsibility. You as a leader are responsible for everyone that's underneath you, their actions, their words, their sayings, everything. Take responsibility of that because no one wants to sit and be like, oh yeah, he messed up, but that's on him. No, it's on you as a leader. You are the one that is the forefront of all of it. You are the one that has to take ultimate responsibility when it comes to your subordinates, and you are the one that has to take the full front of most of the things. No one ever sits and asks someone, hey, why did you do this? Typically what they do is they do what? They go to their supervisor. Did you know about this? Why did it happen? What are you going to do to fix it? So thanks everyone. I hope you guys stuck through it. Again, these are just some of the things that I've developed either through my time in the military and then outside of it with sales. I think it applies to a whole lot of things. Hopefully you got something out of this. And again, if you have anything that you think that I should try and talk about, or you have questions, or you'd like to talk about any of this stuff, feel free to comment, inbox me, and I'd love to sit there and answer anything that you have and address anything that you guys might want to see. All right, take care.